YouTube, we're here. I'm gonna show you some little tricks to hit in the bag that I find to be very, very valuable. 3 things not to do, and then 3 things to do, all right? So it's like a do and don'ts kind of video of how to hit the bag. I feel like a lot of people don't learn this properly, especially people from MMA backgrounds just getting into it. First thing I wanna talk about a little bit is punching in an unrealistic manner. What does that even mean? Well, if I'm punching with my hands below my chin on the bag, I see a lot of guys doing this, and they're punching like here, but their hands are never coming back to their face. Their hands are never by their chin. They see Mayweather on the bag working in this fashion. They think that's the way to do it. But the fact of the matter is you don't have the reaction time or the ability to see shots coming to be getting away with that, okay? And if you're into cardio kickboxing or things of that nature, that's fine.
So excited to kick it with you all today. We're gonna be doing 10 rounds.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying if you wanna punch in a way that's realistic and to build good muscle memory and a good connection between your brain and your body, you want to make sure that your hands are up when you're on the bag. So if I'm throwing a hook, let's say to the body, I'm here, I'm lowering my level, I'm getting my head off the center line, right? And I'm bringing my hand back to my face, okay? So the punch is starting somewhere by my cheekbone or higher if you're playing a mauling kind of forward pressure style. But I'm bringing that hand back to my face, okay? So from the face to the face. Don't punch from what my coach used to call the tits, titty boxing, punch from the face. Don't punch from the tits, punch from the face, okay? Do's and don'ts right there, that's 1. Number 2, let's talk about punch placement and how I position my punching hand. So obviously I'm playing in a 2-dimensional fashion, so you're gonna primarily be seeing my left hand for this video. When I'm throwing a shot, specifically hooks, beginners will oftentimes land with their thumb. They'll land with the ridge kind of their hand. And in traditional martial arts, that's fine. People do that all the time. But I wouldn't suggest it. One is, what happens is you pull the tendons in this fashion, which tears the wrist in this way, going in this direction, which you don't want to do. So depending on your punching style, you can punch with these 2 knuckles, landing in this fashion, or the way that most boxers punch is you're gonna have this vertical fist, which covers way more surface area on the head. I prefer to punch like this, but both work. This is more, I think a lot of Muay Thai guys, people who start in Muay Thai punch like this, and boxers you may see landing more in this fashion. So don't punch though, landing with the thumb and the first knuckle, because it's gonna do a lot of damage. So if I do that, I'm easily gonna stretch my wrist out and do tremendous damage. But if I punch with, let's say, more of that horizontal fist, right? But I'm landing with the flat part of my knuckles here, much safer, much safer. Or the boxing, like how I prefer to do it. Boom. See, get so much power, right? We're not getting into the mechanics of how I'm getting my head off and all this stuff, generating power for the legs. I'm just talking about where to place my hand. So don't punch with the ridge of your hand. Punch with either a vertical or horizontal fist. Don't just focus on one area of the bag. For instance, it's not to say you can't do this for 1 round, but I wouldn't suggest just being a guy who attacks the body, right? You develop bad instincts because you're not realizing that it's actually fairly easy to counter a guy who just works the body. I always want to work both the head and the body. And typically, I'll give you a little secret that goes beyond this lesson. Oftentimes, I'm finishing combinations to the head. So it's a good thing to practice on the bag. So let's say I work with a 1-2 to the head, I go to the body. Am I gonna stop at the body? Can you stop to the liver? Absolutely you can, but what I'm trying to tell you is, when you stop to the body and you're not a pro at reading shots, you're easy to counter, right? Because he has nothing coming upstairs to him that forces him to defend. So whenever I teach someone who's new to punching, or MMA or boxing, I'm telling them to go to the body and finish to the head. And that forces your opponent's hands back up to his head, where how is he gonna counter you if he has to defend the punch? So liver, let's say, and then hook to the head. Now he can't counter me with a right hand because he has to defend the left hook coming up top. So that's a small secret. So the don't would be, don't just box on the bag exclusive to one area of the body. Although that can be a good exercise, it can also create bad muscle memory. Attack the whole body, head, and if you're doing obviously MMA, kick the legs, etc., and make sure that you're finishing to the head. It's a good thing to get used to. And again, there's exceptions to the rule, but by and large, finishing to the head is going to get your opponent's hands back up to his head, where he has to defend as opposed to counter. Okay, so if I'm going body, head, see? Body, head, not and pose, right? He's countering me here. He's countering me here. Okay, it could be done. Canelo Alvarez does it well. A lot of great boxers do it well. Julio Cesar Chavez does it well. Roberto Duran did it well. but it's good to get used to for you beginners. So boom, body, head, head, okay? Head, head. See, mixing it up and finishing to the head. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked the video, leave a like. It's a little different for the channel, but I feel like we need a little variety to shake things up. Leave a comment if you liked it. Let me know what you guys would like to see next in regards to MMA, boxing, or jiu-jitsu, and I'll make sure to deliver that. Subscribe while you're here. And if you get the chance, check out my Patreon. I'm putting out a lot of content that's exclusive that you won't see anywhere else. You can see that at my pinned comment below or in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate it. Thank you.